Using weekly charts to understand the full picture or a bigger picture about the movement of Bitcoin and crypto market in general. So we're gonna be talking about in the next video what we believe is gonna happen in a few weeks. So the date, December 2024, so next month, we think that 16th of December, there's a cycle that we managed to find with our analysis. There's every 6 months, there's a big change on what actually happened with Bitcoin. So basically, big picture movement every 6 months. Uh, Hello guys, welcome to NX with your new video, and in this video I'm gonna give an update to the price of Bitcoin. So as you can see by the video, the intro video, uh, this was recorded around November the 5th, and Bitcoin was basically around just breaking out of this downward channel. I believe we were around 68,000, something like that. And we were discussing this interval between these two lines, which is roughly 6 months, which is the bigger chunk of when Bitcoin was actually forming this downward channel. So after breaking this downward channel, you can see, and our target was basically the 16th of December, which is next Monday. Today is Sunday. This week video is coming late because we wanted to see what actually is going to happen on this specific date. And like we said, that there's every 6 months there is a change on what Bitcoin does basically. So we were moving sideways, forming this downward channel, and we had a decision, a huge break to the upside. Bitcoin is currently at around $104,000 as we speak, and it's really interesting to see this happening after we actually uh, show you guys what we were thinking a month or so ago. So it's great to see that Bitcoin is currently holding or consolidating, still consolidating above the middle line of this upward channel. This is what we want, and this is what we are comparing. This is why we are comparing this phase with this phase around 2020, where Bitcoin saw the market continue to push until the price action reached the top of this major upward channel. So on this ground, we are happy to see that Bitcoin is currently holding weekly candle above this level and getting ready to challenge our next target, which is the 110 level. So the 110 level could be, in our opinion, or in my opinion, a level where we could see a huge acceleration to the upside, pushing Bitcoin towards our two major targets, which are considerably near the top of the channel, where we could consider the top of this current bull market. So having $174,000 and $215,000 Bitcoin is not out of the card. It makes perfect sense based on this upward channel. It's something that everyone can see, and we've been discussing this pattern with you guys for a few months already. And it's great to see that based on this pattern, we were able to keep our heads up and pay attention to what is actually happening to Bitcoin and crypto market in general. So having this, this week is going to close in a few minutes. Let's say 40 minutes, half an hour. We're gonna have a new candle the next week candle close. It happened to be the 16th of December. So basically, we were talking that this date would be basically would point for us to actually challenge 110. So basically, you can see since we mentioned that, we were able to push all the way to close. We are trying to challenge 110 exactly on this weekly candle close, which going to happen in half an hour. So it's interesting to see Bitcoin moving around, around 68,000 roughly, and making another 50% based. We saw this happening a month ago, and we were able to tell you guys that this was what could happen, and at least telling you guys that something big could be happening. And this is the evidence that our prediction wasn't out of the realm of reality. It made perfect sense to see where our 110 would cross with um, this line or this weekly candle close. So we can see that this week is going to be a nice weekly candle close. This week retested this support line. Now is support, used to be resistance. Now it's retesting the support multiple times. This is a good thing to see that every time it retests this level, the market holds exactly at this line and keep pushing higher. In this case, we can see that if this week closes, Bitcoin just made a new all-time high, 104,000. That means that we already at the discovery price territory, where Bitcoin is reaching levels that we never seen before. And for us, is just to reach the 110 and hold it as support and keep pushing higher. So for that reason, we can see that while Bitcoin is holding support above the middle line of this upward channel, you can see that DXY is finding resistance exactly at the middle line of its upward channel, just like we were predicting. This tag war between Bitcoin and DXY. You can see the DXY is struggling at the moment. Anything can happen, but at the moment we know that Bitcoin is positioned to keep pushing upward as it holds this level as support. You can see that the ratio is behaving normally, and we have the ratio pushing closer to this downward channel, where we believe entering this downward channel, like we discussed previous video, we explained in previous video, entering inside this downward channel will be the exact moment that Bitcoin will enter we'll enter the acceleration phase, where we might be getting closer to the actual bull market top. And we can see that the RSI is already below this 30 level, which is what we want to see. we want it all the way down next to our 18.66 level, where the RSI is likely to become green. And this is when another point that shows that Bitcoin is entering acceleration phase, and it would be a perfect moment to actually look into the market to take some profit, to do a quick trade. And for those who are actually just looking for a quick trade. Fear and greed index, we can see that Bitcoin is fully on the extreme greed mode. So Bitcoin, the sentiment is actually finding support or consolidating around 80, which is good. And we mentioned that anything above the 74 level would be great to keep pushing the price higher, and that's just what's happening. And we can see that with the retest, with Bitcoin retesting uh, this middle line, we saw the sentiment falling all the way to 72, but quickly managed to push all the way to 80s again. And this is exactly what we want. A little cool off, a little bit of fear in the market, or less excitement in the market. And now it seems like Bitcoin is ready to keep pushing upwards. And this is something really interesting to see. Bitcoin dominance after closing a week below the middle of its upward channel, we can see that Bitcoin is trying to regain some dominance compared to altcoins, and we can see that the RSI closed all the way below the 50 level, which was a sign, or is a sign, that the altcoin season is uh, just starting. But we can see that Bitcoin is trying to revert with this retest, with the retest of this middle line of our major upward channel. We saw many altcoins correcting, and this is likely to be the case. This is what happened on the, you can see the evidence on the Bitcoin dominance. You can see the Bitcoin was able to regain a little bit, but we have to take in consideration that Bitcoin dominance is finally resistant at the middle of this line after breaking to the downside. This could be just a quick retest, and then most likely it's going to resume to the downside, confirming that the altcoin season is already in play. As Bitcoin is supposed to challenge new highs, we're going to see this dominance coming to the downside, and the altcoin will be able to continue to follow and outperform Bitcoin during this acceleration phase. So the confirmation of this will come after we see a rejection from the RSI from this 50 level. If we see the RSI rejecting this 50 level to the downside, we're going to be able to see altcoins exploding and continue to push higher compared to Bitcoin. That's it for today. And although this video is coming late, it made perfect sense to me to come and do this analysis on Sunday, a few minutes or hours before the candle actually close. And there will be no change in half an hour. It could be, but I don't believe this is going to happen. What's going to happen on the other hand is that we're going to be able to open a new candle and keep pushing toward our 110 level as predicted. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next week, which is just half an hour away. So I'll see you soon.